Elsa purchased a car. She borrowed the money from Banco Bank at a simple interest rate of 8% per annum for 3 years. She paid the bank $6,360 in interest charges. Calculate the amount borrowed from the bank. Now here we are going to use the simple interest formula, and the simple interest formula is as follows. The simple interest is going to be equal to P times R times T divided by 100, where P is the principal, R is the rate, and T is the time. Now, the P, which is the principal, is the amount borrowed or invested. And in this case, they want us to figure out the amount borrowed. And so what they actually want us to determine is they want us to determine the principal. That's what they want us to figure out. Now, let's plug in the numbers. We know the interest charges, which is simple interest, is going to be 6,360. That's simple interest. That's the interest charges. We also know that the time they give us is 3 years. Okay, 3 years. And we also know that the rate is given as 8%. And so let's put those values into our equation. And so we have 6,360, that's the interest charges. We put this here. We put the rate, which is 8. We put the time, which is 3 years. And so our goal is to solve for P. So we need to figure out what is the amount borrowed, what was the principal. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply 8 by 3, which gives us 24. And so we have 6,360 is equal to P times 24 all over 100. And so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides of this equation by 100. And the reason why we want to do this is because we want to get rid of this 100 at the bottom. And so we cancel this 100 with that 100. And so we have P times 24, which is 24P. And we have 6,360 multiplied by 100, which is 636,000. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides of this equation by 24, because 24 is the coefficient of P. And so we divide both sides of this equation by 24, and so this cancels with that. And so we are left with P is equal to 636,000 divided by 24. Again, so we have that P is equal to 636,000 divided by 24. And what is 636,000 divided by 24? Well, that's going to be 26,500. And so that means that the principal, or the amount borrowed from the bank, is going to be 26,500. The next question states, calculate the total amount of the loan. Well, the loan is going to be the amount borrowed, that's the principal, plus the interest charges. That's going to be the total amount of the loan. And so the amount borrowed is 26,500, and the interest charges is 6,360. And when we add them, we get 32,860. And so that is the total amount of the loan. Now the next question states that they want us to calculate the amount of each monthly payment. Notice that it says Elsa's first payment was $1,080. She repaid the rest in 35 equal monthly payments. And so they want us to calculate the amount of each monthly payment. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our total amount of the loan, which is 32,860, and we're going to subtract it with 1,080 because she paid that. That was the first payment. And so we have 31,780. That's how much that's left that needs to pay. It says that she paid the rest, which is this amount, 31,780. She paid the rest in 35 equal monthly payments. And so what does that mean? That means that we have to take 31,780 and divide it with 35. And so that gives us 908. And so that means that the amount of each monthly payment is $908. And that's the answer to this question.